after all that. Um, we watched the Royal National Theatre production of Twelfth Night, which was quite good. The Royal National is streaming one play a week.
Nice.
And starting on Thursday, it will be Frankenstein, starring the two Sherlocks, Benedict Cumberbatch and Johnny Lee something, the elementary Sherlock. And one of them is Victor Frankenstein and the other is the monster. And then the next night this is how they ran. The next night they did, the other was Victor Frankenstein. And then, thank you, Karen.
No, I'm desperate to do watching that.
Yeah. And then the other is, so you get to watch it twice with the two different Sherlocks as the monster and the doctor. So that was exciting. Well, we're excited for that. But we watched the 12th Night, which is up until Thursday. I highly recommend it. And then we saw that Les Mis in concert was being offered for £10 that went to support actors and artists in £10 sterling, Eddie. £10 sterling went to support actors and artists who are out of work because of the virus. And so you click on the button and it's basically takes you to amazon.co.uk. And I don't have an account there, so I went to regular Amazon and then searched their streaming for Les Mis in concert. And the same Valjean and the same Thénardier, how do you pronounce that? Whatever. Thénardier. So, and I looked and I'm like, okay, that's it. Bunk. And I clicked on it. $4, which is not £10. So it was $4, but it turns out this is the 2010 concert version. But you know what? Who cares? Who cares? It was great. We were sobbing at the end. Les Mis, it's been around since 1985. I saw it on Broadway in 1987 with the original cast. And it was quite good. And then that was Saturday. And then last night, I was doing that accent because I am upper crust, because only the rich can afford to see shows on Broadway. So last night was Stephen Sondheim's 90th birthday. And they had planned a gala tribute to him because he's an unrecognized, obscure artist. But of course, they couldn't do a big gala tribute. So I thought it was going to be boring. But it was 2-3 hours of various stars on Zoom, just like us, singing each Sondheim. Each one either gave a little, like, when I met Steve, he taught me this, or they said, I'm going to sing whatever from whatever. And then they sang it, and it was just a simple piano accompaniment that they were apparently given ahead of time because they all had like an earpiece in. to hear the piano accompaniment and then just singing. And I was like, well, we'll start watching this. It'll get boring. We'll put something else on. Every single one of them was just amazing in some way. Just amazing. Mandy Patinkin, who played George Surratt in the original Sunday in the Park with George, filmed himself in a park on Sunday singing Sunday in the Park with George. I mean, come on. Is that awesome? And two numbers at the end, again, sobbing at the end, and we're just like, we got to go to bed now, and we stayed up till 2 a.m. because we put it on again and started watching it again. So I'm loopy because I was up till 2 a.m. last night watching Sondheim. So this week is our last reading quiz because it's our last reading. There's only 2 chapters from Transmedia, which I have not yet put up. I'll get it up hopefully within sometime between 5 and 8. If not, then tomorrow. Then this week is also our last Write Club, which I'll put up tomorrow and talk about tomorrow. I see we have, well, okay, so we've got, let's see, is Sebastian here? Yes, no, yes. Okay, Sebastian is here. For some reason, I can never find you, Sebastian, in the grid. And so Sebastian posted the basic ARG setup. Sock dog. Oh, sock dog. That's why, because I'm distracted by the dog. I cannot see anything but dog. So that went up yesterday at 3:37 p.m. And they were asking for votes. They got 12 yes votes and no votes. So I assume that's a go with the grandmother died. Is that so? Okay. So I have some advice, which I guess is what I'm here for. So first off, wow, Eddie, the cat is just right in there today. He's okay. It's fine. He's
great coloring.
Dog a run for his money. So remember, everybody plays themselves, right? So when you say your grandmother recently passed away, well, that my grandmother did not, right? My grandmother died 30 years ago. So one of the things you need, everybody's collective grandmother, see now, remember, it's reality. So what you need is a character whose grandmother has passed away recently and needs help. See what I'm saying? So for instance, let's see. Let's see if I can find it. I think there it is. Is it still up? Yes. Okay. So I'm going to share this with you. Where is Zoom? Lost Zoom. Share screen, and I am going to share this, and I'm going to share the computer sound with you. It's not video, so hopefully you'll be able to see this.
Granny Smith.
So, okay. Alt 8. Now I can see the chat. So here is the initial site of I Love Bees. It's not exactly because it changed over the course of the game. This is the ending site of I Love Bees. So this was, notice it's Margaret's Honey, Napa Valley, California. And then there's this thing all over top of it. But if you go to, home, can we see About Me? This is the About Me. Hello, I'm Margaret, and thank you for visiting Transmission Inbound Voices are being monitored by person. So this, remember, this is 2004. So this is a 2004 web page that seems to have been invaded. Let's look at the okay. And of course, this is weird. The hives down here, I have 3 hives. My first hive was a startup kit. So this is the original website text. And this is what invaded. Bees. Okay. And then we have fun stuff. And originally it was amazing facts about bees over here. But this is what it became. And each of these were added later. Essentially, each of these were each of these are axons, which was a payphone. And notice here it says axon success, axon canceled. Each of those was a payphone that rang at a certain date and time. And various puzzles led to coordinates that gave the coordinates of a phone, a payphone. You couldn't do this game now. And it was either answered or it was not. And if enough axons were succeeded for each thing, then you got essentially
Hold on, wait a second. What the hell just happened?
Massive power interrupt. Just automatically flipped us to threat condition Bravo.
Hey, there's a blip on the security board.
Holy crap!
We've got an intruder, C-Wing. Personnel building right next to the motor pool.
Look, security cam 34.
It's a woman.
I'll say.
She's a bogey, Frank.
Hot, though.
Jesus.
I have no idea how she got onto the base.
We'll ask her when we catch her.
Look at her run. God, she's fast.
Not for long. Sentry 129, you have a bogey in the corridor on the other side of that door. Proceed with caution.
Whoa. She disappeared.
What do you mean disappeared?
I mean, she's gone. No trace.
129.
So anyway, this turned out to be like a 12-hour radio play. And what you will see is that there are at the beginning there are a bunch that are canceled, which are unsuccessful attempts. Here we have 2 canceled, but the vast majority of them succeed, and we got, especially as the game went on, it was rarer and rarer for things to fail. Usually 1 per, and that was because they couldn't find somebody in that particular area to go answer a payphone. So anyway, we have all sorts of goodies. Let's see. Oh, and there's more. There's tons of them. Remember, it's 12 hours. Which if you ended up going to the final thing, they gave you a CD with the whole thing on, which I have around here somewhere. Okay, so so remember, back to home, or actually about me. Let's go to about me. This is Margaret. And she is an older lady. She looks to be in her late 40s, early 50s, maybe, right? Go back to home. Um, and it says somewhere, it says, what happened here? What happened to this site? Answer, no idea. Help me out here. Which goes to a blog, right? And in fact, this is the end of it because of how blogs are. This was November 2nd, 2004. But if you go back to the original one, which is Halloween, fortunes. Nope. So this is just her blog. I posted the wrong time and date. Where is it? Come on. 7/11/2004. Okay, so we want to go to the very first one. So the very first one is July 13th, 2004. That makes sense. So okay, this blog is born. You're reading this, so I assume you've already witnessed the damage over on my aunt's website. That's how you got here, right? Unless your last Google search included the terms honey, SOS, and WTF. Now I'm actually curious to see. Okay, I've been wrestling with the site's bugs myself since last week. I've exhausted every strategy I can think of, scoured my code, ran virus checks, did the whole spyware spy hunter thing, installed all the browser updates, and then finally just wiped the site and rebuilt it from scratch. Nothing helped. In fact, although I might just be hallucinating from too much mate, I would swear it's getting worse. I'm posting all the original pages below so you can see what I Love Bees looked like before it crossed over to the dark side. So these are the original pages. And this is a younger woman whose name is Dana. She lives in San Francisco. And basically, her aunt is a beekeeper, and she set up a website for her aunt so that her aunt can sell honey, and it keeps getting corrupted the way you've seen, and so she asks for help, and basically says, hey, internet, I have a technical problem, help me out, right? So then we become the crowdsourced I will help you kind of we are the internet, right? All of us. So we can remain as anonymous or make ourselves known to Dana as much as we want. And in fact, if we look at the comments, let's look at the comments. Who in the name of random deities post these full fathom 5? This is crap. This is people doing the work, right? And this is where it started, is in the comment of a blogger blog, right? So just like if we go to the locksmith arg, it's, hey, I've got this code, all this stuff that I have to solve. I don't know how to do it. Can you help me? So you're better off. Don't once again, don't tell your players who they are. I'm me, right? Um, make up another character or make up a character whose grandmother died, right? And now we have to, you know, she was supposed to leave me her secret recipe for carrot cake. Please don't let her secret recipe die with her, right? Help me. Um, and that way you've got a character who has stakes in this, because let's face it, a recipe for carrot cake is a low stakes quest, right? But that I'm all for it. We've got a certain amount of um, whimsy, right? Um, it's very important, carrot cake, Sebastian. Sure. Um, so at least that gets us started on our little journey to raise the stakes. So, for instance, I always yell at my MQPs, or I used to when I had MQPs, that why does everything have to be about saving the universe? Um, can't we can't we once, you know, save a cat, right? Um, and so I actually had an MQP uh, make an entire game around uh, an Amish. You are an Amish farmer. Can you tell they had my course? Um, and you must save your pig. Um, but here's the thing: the pig was lost in a time vortex, and you have to travel through time, turning time backwards and forwards and moving tiny little things, because every time you find the pig, it is about to be horribly squashed by falling items, or about to be riddled with bullets from something. And basically, you have to move around. It was when Braid came out, so everybody was all about moving time forward and backwards and changing little things to create a puzzle to solve. But they made this really cool game about a time traveling Amish farmer saving his pigs. Do you know what they called it? No, no. Chrono Pigger. Is that awesome? Chrono Pigger. Okay, into the vortex.
Nicely.
Okay, so the swine traveler. Okay, so here's what I want to do today. We've got a bit of time. First off, I want to no, not that.
Can I ask a question about this storyline?
Sure.
Have they answered the question about why the government is searching for the carrot cake? I don't want to know what the answer is. I'm just curious about if they've considered.
Absolutely, we have to answer all those questions, right? Okay, so I am going to, let's see. We are missing a bunch of people today.
Are we short people? Oh, it's 25 participants, which is 23. If you
Okay.
subtract them, it's not
Oh,
bad.
you know what?
What are you looking for?
My window's not big enough, and I have 2 pages of Brady Bunch squares.
Oh, so you are missing people.
Yeah, you're here. I just can't see you. Okay, so I am going to there's Olivia. I am going to give certain people co-host privileges. Use this for good. Uh, 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 Luna, make a co-host, and we're trying this out. Because man, during the Sondheim thing, they used Zoom in ways I'm like, how did they do that? Avery, where's Avery? There. Avery. So I'm all the leads I'm giving co-host privileges. Lena, there. Make a co-host, yes. And Dennis. There we go. Okay. Yes. Okay. Now we're gonna try breakout rooms today.
Ooh.
Okay. So assign no manually. And we are gonna do 5 rooms. Actually, we should do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rooms. And I have to make Alex or Logan a co-host too. Okay. So we are going to rename. Actually, we'll do writers. Rename artists. This is going to be fun. I wonder if I can save this. Rename tech. Rename recruit. What else do I have? What did I forget? Gameplay. Still worried about gameplay. And the 5th would be producers, but I want them to float. So I am going to now assign writers. We want Sebastian and Kirsten and Mitchell and Nick and Ian to the writers. Okay. And now we are going to, I can't do this beforehand as far as I know. I have to do this during the meeting, which seems to waste meeting time. But Avery and Hannah and Sydney and Aaron. Okay, and tech is Dennis and Adam and Brian. Short on tech people too. Recruiters are Alex and Logan. And gameplay is Lena and Daniel and Tom and Dimitri. We don't have a Dimitri here at the moment.
Yes, you do. His name is Darty first. Darty.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And if I pronounce that wrong, Dimitri, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
So does everyone have a room now? I'm going to open all rooms and let's see what happens.
Can you see the chat?
It's below where I can see.
So Olivia was just recommending that there's a way.
Meeting ID before the meeting actually starts, like when you edit on Roll20. Okay, well, In the future, I will do it, but I'm learning just like everybody else.
Right.
So let's open all rooms. What happened?
Nothing. Oh, they're going away. So how are they getting into their rooms?
Okay,
We have
so
Professor, you didn't give me a room. Carrie,
Carrie, where should you be, Carrie?
she's in gameplay.
Okay, I will give you. Did I not get gameplay? Okay.
Who are the producers? Eddie, are you a producer? Eddie's tech.
Eddie is tech. So how did I assume I screwed up all sorts of things.
So just Carrie and Eddie are still hanging out.
Okay. Carrie assigned to gameplay, Eddie assigned to tech. Luna and Olivia, you should be able to join any room.
So how do we see the rooms? Because I can't see them.
Oh, because I haven't made you a co-host. I will make you a co-host. Make co-host. Yes. Okay. Now, if you click on breakout rooms, you should be able to see all the breakout rooms and click on join any one of them.
Breakout rooms, which is, I'm going to find that where exactly?
Down below, right next to closed caption, between closed caption and reactions, where share screen is.
Share screen, I see security, manage participants, chat.
Other way.
One participant, 1% advanced sharing options, reactions, security.
Click on more, maybe?
There is not a more on the lower end, but that's okay. You've got Olivia, and I'll keep looking.
Okay, I will assign you to.
You've got other.
Let's see.
To worry about.
Me and Liv participants. I'm gonna send Karen to recruiting.
All right.
Or actually, you go to gameplay, or would you rather be art? Who do you want to talk to?
Doesn't matter to me.
Go talk to the artists.
I'll go talk to the artists.
Have them make something cool.
Right.
And I am going to now Olivia, me and Liv. One of you should go to writers. Luna or Olivia, who would rather go to writers? Olivia's going to writers. And that leaves we lost Logan somehow. Luna, you should head over. Well, we got writers, we got artists. This gameplay. Luna, let's send you to gameplay. Sure. Okay. So.
Lena, continue what you're talking.
I'm just gonna quick give you something to do.
Oh, hi.
Hi, all.
Hey.
So think about this. You have 2 gameplay activities per day. So put together a schedule of, look on the calendar, get each day, and start listing things you can do. 2 things a day, that's 12 things, right? Okay, I'm out. Peace.
Okay.
We kind of set up like oh, hey.
Hi. So I'm bouncing in and out of everything. So very quickly, writers, you should coordinate with gameplay over the rabbit hole, right? How do we get and coordinate with recruiting over the rabbit hole? because that's how do we spread things far and wide to get people to go to the rabbit hole and kind of sign up and start getting stuff about this. Second, you have 2 story beats a day for 6 days, right? So that's very quickly, that gives you some structure. What are the 2 things that happen each day, and how do we convey those? Do we make a video? Do we and just get out a calendar and start listing them? Okay, I'm out. Off to another room.
Godspeed.
Thank you.
Instead, it's just like, this is what this bracket does, and this is what this tag does, and that doesn't really work with HTML and web design. But
Hi,
I
gang.
can still show you. Hello.
So I have some tasks for you to talk about. Number 1, you have to set up a safe space for your players to talk to each other, right? In the past, well, the really simple thing is go use I think they're called Pro Boards forum. I can't tell you how many kind of throwaway accounts I have on Pro Boards, but if you want to set up your own forum software, there's all sorts of free forum software depending on your skills. So you absolutely definitely need a central place for everyone to talk to each other, right? And that falls to you. And then it's a matter of interfacing with the producers and the various other groups like Gameplay. What do they need? And don't just be like the service group. Be the people who say, hey, we can make this thing. How can we best use this, right? So I'm going to make an Android app that does this and this and this because I know how to do that. Where does that fit in with the writing and the gameplay? So don't just be reactive, be proactive. Make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So 1, get a place for everybody to talk. 2, maybe get a list of things or use the achievement list to suggest things that you can provide. And number 3, ask what they need. Okay, I'm out. Recruiting. Yes. Alex, you're here all alone. What happened?
Yeah, I was. So Logan was in here before, but they said they were gonna try to leave the breakout room and see if anyone was in the main room still, and then I don't know
They
where.
left and they got booted. Okay, I will assign Logan to recruiting again.
Yeah, so all we were talking about before they left was we wanted to know if there was like a formal way to go about like recruiting people, or if we just kind of recruit like anyone we possibly can.
So you're gonna have to get a message to the other class.
Okay.
So I will I guess I will facilitate the original messages. Usually it's get it posted somewhere online or on campus. And then like Tuesday, Wednesday, everybody's looking around campus for, where's the rabbit hole? Is this the rabbit hole? Is that the rabbit hole? But we don't have that. So the thing I can do is make an announcement in the canvas.
Okay.
Right. That's simple enough. But then, yes, it is up to you to also publicize it far and wide. So where do you guys go for WPI stuff? Like general announcements and
I guess like the WPI Reddit is like, it seems like people are decently active in that.
Okay.
I don't know if you'd want us to post something there.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah, so I think that might be a good idea. There's also a decent amount of people that I've talked to that are from like my hometown that I've seen kind of interested in playing, so I could get them to play, I think, as well.
Okay. I mean, the other thing is to work with gameplay and art and everybody, so that there's like a packet of some sort that you can distribute that leads people in.
Okay.
Right. So think about the locksmith arg. It's go download this zip file and it'll get you started. Right.
Mhm.
So either a URL to very simply get what is this all about kind of stuff, or a zip file, a packet of, or a PDF even, because PDFs are less scary than zip files, right?
Mhm.
You don't want to seem like malicious spam.
Yeah. No, I get that.
So something that, somebody says, hey, I'm interested in this, how do I do it, right? And
Mhm.
then you say, here's the thing. So right off the bat, you two should work with the writers and the gameplay people for that initial rabbit hole. In fact, maybe you guys should be responsible for the rabbit hole.
Okay.
Think about that. That's a negotiation with producers, right? Talk to them and say, do you want to give us the rabbit hole and we'll do the whole thing? Or, is there something else coming in? Second, put together the calendar, just break the whole thing down over the 6 days, 6.5 days, whatever it is. And get people to sign up to play the other one for specific days.
Okay.
Right? You guys have to put together a schedule of who's playing when, and then each day you have to make sure they actually play the darn thing.
Mhm.
Right.
All right.
And that they're up to speed, and there are going to be some people who want to play the whole thing, and that's great, awesome.
Mhm.
But minimum, everybody should have 1 day of play, right? And
Yeah.
there are going to be some people who ghost on you, who basically
Mhm.
say, I have a test, and what are you going to do? That'll come out in the wash on my end, right?
Okay.
I'm trying to think what else. And then the other thing is, in the forum, one of the things that has worked well in the past is that each day you have a post that says what's happened thus far, right? Or if there's a wiki, right? So that I'm coming on board on Saturday and I want to play on Saturday. How do I do that? I go to the forum that we found for this ARG, because the other place should provide you guys with a place to talk, just like you'll provide them with a place to talk, and go to their forum and say, this is where we are, this is what's going on, and have somebody responsible for basically writing that up every day.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. That was helpful too. The one thing that we were just like a little concerned about was when we were looking at the roadmap, it just said like recruit people on this date. So we wanted to just like kind of clarify what we were doing, but I think I understand now. So I think that was very helpful.
Okay. But yeah, that's why I wanted to do these breakout groups, so I can talk to each group. Oh, somebody in chat. What do we
Sorry,
need?
that was me. I meant to send that to you just individually. You remember the time artifact that the like ancient Greece thing that you mentioned in
Oh yeah.
Do we need to include that, or was that an idea or
No,
something?
you need
is
to include
on-
it somewhere in the ARG.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. Okay. Anything else?
I think that's really it for me. If Logan has anything else, I can let you know, but I think I'm all set.
I mean, he's here. But maybe he
Yeah, I'm
wandered
here.
away. Oh, okay. Logan's here. Or she.
Yeah.
She? I don't know. Okay. Sorry, I don't mean to misgender you. Okay, I am off to, where am I off to? Gameplay. See you later.
All right, thank you.
Zing!
The idea of GPS coordinates.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
There's something inherently mysterious about that.
I'm out of different service.
Oof.
Anyone have any conflicts on Wednesdays?
Not. Hi, Dean.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, hello.
I realize that you're the one group I haven't talked to. So for y'all, I just wanted to touch base briefly. You've got kind of two roles here. One is kind of the service thing where, gameplay says, we need a picture that we can break into a jigsaw puzzle, right?
Yeah.
Electronically. And it should be a picture of, I don't know, two people surfing or something. And either you go, I don't know, take a picture of people surfing, or you draw a picture of people surfing. And that's kind of the service end of everything, right? Where they give you what they need, but don't just be service, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you have, like, it goes back to the talents thing. If one of you can do something that you, or is just interested in doing something, tell them that, hey, I'm a really good video editor, and so can we do a series of vlogs that I can cut B-roll into the middle of, that will just make the whole thing better. So filter this through your producers, but give them a list of things that you'd like to do. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm out.
Okay.
Any questions?
Are you gonna let us know when class is over, or should we just leave at 3:50?
It is 3:50 now, so I am gonna post something in chat if I can figure out how to get to chat.
The chat only shows me the specific group.
Oh, okay. But if I
These
leave
groups
this
make
room,
it impossible to see anything else.
okay, I can see everything. So maybe broadcast a message to all.
Ah, there you go.
Hey, all. Finish up because class is over. I wonder what the recording will look like. If it'll be me bopping in and out or what.
Probably.
Okay. You guys finish up. You were making meetings.
Yep.
Okay. Return to main session. Hi, Alex. Hi, Logan.
only requirement? Does it really matter, like, what the character looks like, age? Like, is there any?
They probably should remain anonymous too. They wouldn't want to get fired.
Maybe
That's
you
a
could have
good
two
point.
aspects. You could have a fake online presence and then what they actually might look like.
Well, I don't know if the actual what they actually would look like would really come up in the
Yeah,
ARG.
probably not.
Like
Probably
in my
wouldn't,
head,
but
I'm
it might
just
not
kind of
be a
like
bad idea to
imagining
have
just
it.
like a generic 30-year-old office worker, but like the appearance won't matter too much. You can make it whatever you want.
All right, so my character is not really the character, but a persona that's supposed to represent the character.
Right.
Okay.
And
Alright.
do we want any like prerequisites for the sidekick, or is it really just going to be like, oh, this was my grandmother, and here I found this weird file on her computer. Can you guys help me
Yeah.
crack it because she passed away a few months ago?
Yeah, he'd sort of just be leaking stuff to the players.
All right, so yeah, probably just basic description so we can get a social media profile of them up in a way.
Yep.
Can you guys also make some sort of just like very basic skeleton outline for what the story is going to be
Yeah.
before you start filling in any specifics, just so that the other groups can sort of see what's going on? Yeah, that sounds
Yeah,
good.
it's like,
So
it's like at the top of the to-do list.
beautiful. Yeah, so we'll do all together, we'll work on the skeleton, and then individually we'll do our character sheets, it seems.
All right, cool. All right, so Sebastian, as soon as Sebastian sends that over, I guess we can probably all work on it through there, right? On Drive, so. should be
Yeah.
good.
Or you can just put it in the tech talents doc. Either one works.
Okay. Cool.
So since I'm here, I'll boot up my PC and make the Angular project in GitHub repository.
Okay.
Okay, I am gonna shut it all down. So just telling everybody to finish up.
Okay.
All right.